A devious disease known as the coronavirus has spread and has become a global pandemic that the world hasn't seen in longer than a century now. On February 2020, the coronavirus officially reached Lebanon. But wait, before all of that, on October 17, 2019, Lebanon faced an economic crisis. Tens of thousands of Lebanese citizens went down to the streets to protest for their basic rights, to end corruption. People cried for help, people called for accountability, for justice. This is where it all started. Our journeys at home started between four walls in front of a screen, listening to the voice of our teacher and the echo of our classmates that not more than a week before that we were sitting next to in class thinking everything was normal. But today, none of this is normal. Each and every one of us is still sitting on the same chair in front of the same screen for more than a year now. But how much longer is this going to last? We asked the same question before the global pandemic hit, before the unexpected happened. A global virus, the coronavirus, stole away our normal lives as we knew it. It has forced us to change. It has forced us to adapt. And it has forced us to stay behind the same screen. Hello, my name is Rawad Hamadeh. My goal is to raise awareness on the importance of virtual learning on future education and to encourage people to take it more seriously, because we might not realize that this is our only way to education in times like these. I did research, interviews, and surveys to better understand how effective virtual learning is. First, I conducted an interview with the principal of my school, Wellspring Learning Community, Mrs. Mirna Raslan. What are the main challenges that the school faced during the new virtual model? How has the school overcome them?
A challenge that everyone is talking about, and this is based on the feedback that I received from the teachers and the students and the parents, is how overwhelming this virtual environment is. How to overcome this? What we did is give this asynchronous day once a week, the shorter Wednesday, and we try every now and then to have some kind of activities for students, for teachers, to make sure that they're well. Because a challenge for everyone is making sure that the kids are engaged. So this is why we keep on asking, please make sure your cameras are on.
What grade out of 10 would you give to the school on the overall virtual performance during the pandemic, and why?
I sent surveys to parents, students, and teachers.
Yeah.
And I asked them to rate the model out of 5. The students rated at 3.5.
Out of 10?
Out of 5.
Ah, okay.
So that would be like a 7. The parents rated it at 3.95, I think, or 4. The teachers rated it at 4.5 or 4 even higher. As a school principal, I would say it's a very good model. It's not perfect yet. It definitely does not replace a physical school, but it's the best that we could come up with so far. I would give it like an 8 out of 10.
What qualities and skills have students developed through the virtual learning experience?
Self-management, so they need to be responsible, they need to manage their time, they need to organize themselves. All of this is needed for them to succeed in this environment. Also plenty of technical skills.
Now students, how effective has virtual learning been for you? Somewhat effective to most. How stressful is virtual learning? Very stressful indeed. Are you satisfied with this technology? Our students are slightly satisfied. Now teachers, are your students learning as much? And are you enjoying teaching your students remotely? It seems not so likely. How satisfied are you as a teacher? Satisfied with this tool in our hands? What frustrates you the most about virtual learning? What do you find the most useful about virtual learning? What can our ministry do about this? What about public schools? On a brighter note,
So أنا اسمي فهد جمال الدين. I'm a social entrepreneur. I run an organization. We're running it for 6 years now. It's called Inspiration Gardens. البرامج الأساسية اللي عم نشتغل عليها هلا اسمها Learning Land. والهدف تبع Learning Land هو يجمع educators من مختلف مناطق لبنان to empower them to exchange experience, to enhance learning, or to consolidate their know-how.
What do you think about virtual learning and how effective do you think it is, especially in Lebanon?
So basically, there are so many variables that affect the effectiveness of virtual learning, connectivity and accessibility to devices and internet connection. Our experience in working with educators along all Lebanon is that even with super in rural communities, in areas where you can go to, let's say Akkar, where you maybe in Jnoub, in very vulnerable areas, vulnerable communities serving Syrian refugees, Palestinian refugees, they are doing a great job. It's only because it's also part of how teachers perceive learning and perceive teaching at the same time. So they need to learn and they need to teach at the same time. It's related to the school administration, to the school surrounding the environment. It's related to the parents and how parents also support school. Even in public schools, they are doing a great job. Some public schools عن جد عم يعملوا قصص كتير حلوة. ما خاص إذا كنت أنت بمدرسة خاصة يعني أنت أحسن من مدرسة رسمية. It's a stereotype.
Virtual learning has proved to be an appropriate alternative to schools. I understand that it can never replace what we once were privileged to have, but it is now the new normal. It has proved to be effective and accessible to most. But how much longer must we focus on the screen? And what government is going to fix our technical issues in Lebanon? Regardless, we must stay focused and we must overcome these issues because virtual learning is the only reason we are still getting educated. It is the only tool today that is educating the new generations to come. It is our only hope at times like these.